Hey folks, Quilly here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We are a deep dwarf fighter of Marvin, Makhleb, and it is a new day of recording for me. I mean, these episodes still I'm recording this. I think only the first or second episode of the Octopode Transmuter series has gone up. So again, I'm sort of way ahead of you guys, but I'm way into the mindset of just playing this right now. So we got that. I just noticed that this map that we're on, this floor, is like subdivided into 4 subsections. That's kind of nifty. We are in dungeon level 12 of the dungeon. We have located the lair and the orcish mines, and I suspect we're probably about to go in there. I'm recapping partially for myself. One of the problems with both playing Dungeon Crawl is there's not really a good way for me to, like, sort of warm up and reacclimate myself with the save after not playing for, a day. I played yesterday, excuse me, and I'm playing again today. Because, you know, it's roguelike, a true roguelike. I can't, like, you know, play a few turns and then rewind or anything like that. So I'm hoping that I've sort of remembered my state properly, you know, reset my brain. Looks like we've got a couple of rings, and we do have some scrolls of Remove Curse. So I'm going to be putting those on. We'll put on the Onyx ring on, say, our left, and put on the totally tubular ring on the right. We really don't need magical power. So we're going to go ahead and drop that one. And we'll probably hold on to protection from cold, because that's kind of, that might be useful in certain situations. But we will certainly be putting on, I didn't have to choose, that's right. We will certainly be putting on the Vosmu. I mean, whether we have protection from cold or protection from fire right now doesn't really matter one way or the other necessarily, but the +4 strength is nice, and more importantly is the slaying over here. So we're gonna go ahead and get that. Apparently we're slightly hungry. Yeah, we'll eat some raw flesh, which is gonna happen when we move around. I did do a couple of quick little finds to, like, see, have I been missing anything? Was there anything else I want to grab? I don't think so. So I think we're okay. Now, weapon-wise, we're kind of womp-womp, right? We just have a vanilla +1 war axe and a +0 flail protection. It is a little unfortunate that we don't have slightly better damage dealing weapons, and in particular, not sort of a sexier way to deal with some Nagas when we run into it. Armor-wise as well, all we found for additional slots are gloves. Again, let me double check here. Plate armor, robe. I mean, I don't think we've left any cloaks. We had the -2 helmet, which we've taken off, and yeah, that's about it. So we've got non-enchanted gloves. Now, I could go and drop some enchant armor. I've only got the one scroll of enchant armor. I'd rather wait until we got a piece of armor that was, like, branded with, you know, cold resistance or something like that, and then make sure to enchant that. So I don't think it makes sense doing that. We do have a lot of scrolls of enchant weapon, and there's something to be said about, I don't know, I could boost the flail of protection or something like that. I'm still hoping to find something branded. In particular, if we can find, like, an Axe of Flaming, that would be so good. But I think it is time to go into the lair. We could peek down. You know, it's probably worth at least checking down the stairs over here to see if there's an easier safe kill. We get the queen bee right away. That's interesting. She's not that dangerous. We presumably have potions of curing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, tell you what, I'll throw a tomahawk of explosion at her. There we go. I was waiting for her to come adjacent. We're going to drag her up the stairs, and we are going to go ahead and... Oh, that explains it! Okay. I was like, why is the queen bee all alone and not in a hive? It's not a queen bee. This is a shapeshifter over here. So they're going to shift to different forms a few different times. Axe skill has gone up. Do we need 16 for min delay? I think that's what we need. Yeah, 16 for min delay, but we're nearly there. We'll go and peek down a few more of these steps. Definitely don't want to go back down the one I just did, because the tomahawk is very loud. Okay, we're going to leave that there. And we'll peek down over here, too. And that's going to be fine. We're going to drag these guys up. And one slice killed them all. I'm going to pop back down. These guys are not particularly terrifying. Who dis? Deep Elf Mage. Okay, well, we'll pop up. Probably drag the invisible wizard with us, which is Yeah, hits us and does no damage. Where the hell is he? There he is. Die. 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 Thank you. Reactivated auto pickup. I might not go back down right now. I don't think the what was it, the Elf Wizard or whatever, I don't think it'll cause super huge problems for us. But you never know, there might be something a little bit weird. So we're going to go ahead and punch in lair. I'm going to hit 0, so what's going to happen is we're going to wait at the entrance of the lair. So that's Control G or Shift G to go somewhere, and then you can specify things. We did get slightly interrupted there. And then you can just go Shift G and then enter to go back to your last find, your location. So do we need to buff anything before we go? Oh, right, we don't have any R poison, which is pretty bad for lair. I should probably just read more scrolls. How are you doing on potions? Oh, we have tons of potions to ID as well. So if nothing else, I'm gonna ID some potions, which I should have done a little while ago. I just ID'd a scroll, which isn't what I meant to do at all. Damn it. Because you really don't need to do that. Because scrolls are pretty safe to read. And one more, identify. I mean, we could save it for artifacts, but no, I think it's better to just find out all these different potions. Although, I guess what I could have done is check to see... What did I do here? There we go, back to default. I want to hit minus. There we go. Check to see what potions I hadn't identified yet. And see if it's worth doing. But yeah, I mean, we don't know degen, we don't know experience. Like, we could actually be holding on to all that stuff, which would be interesting. And in terms of scrolls, we don't know. Grand Holy Word. Oh, we don't know magic mapping yet. That's interesting. So we have a larger... Okay, Komodo dragons are fairly dangerous. 34 damage bite. They don't poison, but we got 2 at the same time. This has me very unhappy. What I could consider doing is I could consider summoning some help. Now, given this landscape, actually we might be able to just drag 1 up, I just realized. Because they're going to have to path around this way. There we go. Okay, that's the outcome I was looking for. I just want to fight 1 at a time. Like, I don't think we'd die, but there's a possibility we'd take a couple of big hits. And again, we don't naturally regenerate hit points, so that would be particularly poor. Oh, we got a ghost over here. Journeyman Formicide Fighter wielding a weapon of flaming. What kind of weapon of flaming? Tons of AC, tons of hit points. Doesn't hit that hard. We can probably win that fight, but first of all, we're going to go ahead and drag this Komodo up. See, we took a bunch of damage there. It's like we got some of it back, which is good. But yeah. Now, do we have any potion we might just want to quaff to help out? Not really. We had 4 potions of mutation. We actually might be okay to play the, like, mutation game here. Alright, well, we're going to go down and try. Now, if I try and then run away, is that still inert? Yeah, the Lamp of Fire, I didn't realize the cooldown on that is sick long. If we try and then run away... Like, we won't naturally heal, but I guess we've got our spells and abilities. We're only down 13. Okay, let's go and see what we can do here. I'm gonna get... that's just gonna be a poison guy, but it's still something. We're slicing a bunch of other plants here. Yeah, okay. This was actually surprisingly easy. We don't even have that much AC. Like, 12 AC, 9 EV... We're not that defensive-y. And I guess you don't drop your weapons. That's too bad, because I would have liked the Weapon of Flaming. We finally found a cloak. We will go ahead and wear it. We do have some remove curses around. +0, so that's still 1 base AC, which is good. And yeah, we have 4 scrolls to remove curse. Porcupine will do some, like, reflected damage to me with the thorns. Although... we do have some armor, and of course we do have our ability. So the wolf here does howl as well, which makes a bunch of noise. I'm just cutting backwards as long as possible. I mean, I'm not going to, like, beat these guys anywhere, but the idea is to maybe minimize... Okay, this is starting to be a bit much. Let's get a couple of demons. That does cost me some life to summon, which is kind of crummy. I should probably... Especially with this, yeah, we're going to go ahead and... heal ourselves. I'm going to pull back a bit. No, stay near the wall. Demons are actually doing a pretty good job here. I like how like the demons I summon then summon more. We can summon Greater Servant of Makhleb. Oh yeah. Well, that's been coming and going as we fiddle with our piety levels. And the Greater Servant's really good. You can see 63% chance of it being hostile right now is bad. I think the idea was once axes finish, just, you know, to hit the full min delay, we'll then turn on invocations and probably we'll have to pull it up to at least double digits. I think when I was fiddling with the Makhleb before, I'd have to get to like 15, 16 to like get under 10% hostility rating. I mean, you can leave it a little higher as long as you're pre-casting it more, and certainly not leaving it for an emergency button. That should be okay. You know, we don't have any R poison, right? Yeah. We are a little bit less susceptible to poison in a way because of our built-in deep dwarf resistance, but I'm still not pleased with it. We got more remove curse. Hey, Zom, how's it going? More wands of paralysis. Hello, spiny frog. Hello, water moccasin. Fall through a shaft. That is very unappealing. Very, very unappealing. You know, I've said this before. In Dungeon Crawl, it really is a game where you mostly feel whenever you die that it's your fault. That it's truly not random. The one exception are probably traps. Because I had no real control over whether or not I would randomly fall into a trap that hadn't been spotted. And this can drop me on a floor or could teleport you into a very dangerous situation all of a sudden, which has you screwed. Now, okay, with the extra mapping, there's an increased chance, like with my Deep Dwarf ability, that I will find the upstairs a little faster. Speaking of mapping, we still don't know what magic mapping is. I could go and read, and it probably is okay, actually. Let me read as immolation, okay. Brand weapon, holy crap. Let's brand our war axe of freezing. We really wanted fire, but hey, at least we've got a brand on there now of some kind, which is handy. I'm looking for magic mapping. Scroll of noise. Okay, that's actually, I forgot that was a possibility, and now we're probably going to die, and that will be my fault. Four-headed Hydra. Okay, did I remap my weapons? I did, so I can just hit apostrophe to switch to my flail protection. Now, luckily, 4 heads is not that bad. And while I'm attacking, my AC is buffed to 21 with this flail. Okay. I'm going to swap back to my axe, because it will be my primary weapon, but I got to be ready to swap. There we go. I really want to go up some stairs here, especially with the noise. Now, I hadn't found the downstairs, so I didn't know necessarily where that led. It could have led to a dangerous situation, but it didn't. Polar bears are fine. I'm just going to wait. Whack, whack, whack. You do enrage, and actually start to do a lot of damage then. Oh, shoot! Okay, hold on. Whoa. I could probably teleport. I think the right thing to do, just to make sure it doesn't fail, is quaff a potion of heal wounds. I mean, it's not a ton, but it's something. I'm also going to get a demon for help with distraction, and I'm going to use my self-ability to fail to heal. I mean, the thing is, I got to get some kills here, otherwise, I mean, I'm going to sit here and heal and take as much damage. I was pretty confident it was going to be okay, but it was like, okay, let's take a minute and make sure we don't completely screw this up. Scroll of Fog. I mean, it's a handy weapon to break line of sight. Scroll of Fog. Okay, Wand of Random Effects we're leaving there. Potion of Curing, more of that is good, especially without our poison. Again, not that I'm generally worried about poison in the first place. Having a freezing weapon is going to be really good for all the cold-blooded creatures here. So snakes and any reptiles will slow down from taking cold damage. Okay, I'm going to check the other stairway. Get a better layout of the area, and again, if you pop down a stairway near stuff that you can drag back up, it's good. I mean, you are sort of going into an area blind, and it might not be ideal, but it seems to be much better than much worse most of the time. So there's a Wand of Flaming. We've got a Viscous Potion. Do I have more ID scrolls? I think I used them all. I did pick up another one. Sure, we're going to go ahead and identify another potion. Potion of Agility will be very handy, in fact. Okie Let's think about this guy. So, the Catoblepus fires blasts of this calcifying dust, which can petrify you, turning you into a stone statue. Now, if you do that, I'm not sure if he by himself could kill you. Probably. He's a lot more dangerous than a basilisk. But if we get up on him, we should be okay. Like we can use our little beambot over here to get some specific stats on him, since I can't XV him right now for a little bit of info. Catoblepus. So, I mean, speed 10 is, I think, the same as us. 14 HD. So, hit points, some amount. I mean, fairly large. 10 AC, which is pretty good. 36 damage is a lot. He's got good magic resistance. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous. No elemental resistance is listed here. So, I think the thing to do is to pop out of the cloud and summon some demons. Oh, I was like, why isn't it responding? Because I was still focused on the chat. So we'll use some piety. I'm going to break line of sight again because I was hoping not to get blasted one more time. And of course, it also cost me hit points to use these abilities, but I think that's well worth it. I'm going to top myself off here. Okay, I'm in melee range. I don't know if there's a cooldown on his blast. He just used it twice. Now, I may have overkilled on defenses there, but that's something you want to take seriously. Oh, we're going to wear a pair of boots. Okay, so they are +0, but at this point, we've got... Oh, we're still missing a headpiece, but we've got a lot more of the secondary piece of armor, and each one of those does have a base 1 AC, so that really does make a difference. Seriously, another shaft? Luckily, it is just one level, but it is a new level again. So, okay. Of the scrolls, I don't know. Now, if it could be blinking, because they're not super rare. And knowing what that is would be good. Yeah, so it's just a 3-stack I'm looking at. I'm hoping it's magic mapping. Well, in a way, I'm hoping it's blinking because I want blink scrolls, but there we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to work our way up to the closest upstairs, which wouldn't have been that hard to find, apparently. Just a Komodo is fine. I'm going to let you come at me so that we don't chain too many attacks. Okay. All right, we're going to pop up. And go after the spiny frog. Yeah, the frost is going to be really good brand on this weapon for this branch on everything except the hydras. Now, it's possible they'd slow down from cold damage, but they're still going to grow extra heads. Okay, we're going to let some of these guys, I think a little bit more than just this. I don't know why I did a wait there instead of just attacking again. That was dumb. Get a pair. I'm not too worried about what's down there, but I think I still will go down another set of stairs. Just so that we're not instantly surrounded by all those guys. Another Komodo. Come at me. Do we have a secondary thing to quiver? I got the throwing nets, so that's something. I'm okay with this. By the way, we're back on the Crusader King soundtrack. Done. Reach level 13. We're almost at min delay for the axes. So what I'm going to do, just so that I don't forget, I'm going to turn on invocations. And yeah, I'll set a limit, and we're going to check. We'll get it up to 10, and then we'll check the failure rate on our major demons, assuming we have the piety for it. If we had a ring of an Amulet of Faith, we could really spam the crap out of that. Without it, it is fairly expensive to summon the demon, but it's such a good emergency button. Okay, I don't want to overdo this. This is probably all safe, but let's make sure we stand on the stairs while I do this probably all safe fight. Because again, any damage we might do, this is a good fight for us to just keep regenning health through Marvin's ability. Boom. Good. Okay. A scroll of ID. Which is nice, because we do still have more potions. Suppose we could run that now. There's something to be said about, oh, you know what I should do is I picked up an amulet on a previous time when I fell down. I've actually got 2 amulets. And I don't remember, have we ID'd the Amulet of Harm? We have yeah, we have not. Because, actually, we haven't ID'd any amulets whatsoever. So we're going to get ahead and roll that, because taking off an Amulet of Harm sucks. Magic regeneration, not helpful for us. So we're just going to drop you. Okay. Why do you have a non-drop auto mark on this? This is interesting. It's part of one of my option files that I'm running that I took from Ultraviolet 4. Doesn't want you to automatically drop that. Shiny Scale Mail. There's no way that that's... Well, there is, I suppose, a way that it could be better than our Artifact Armor, because it's only got our Corrosion, actually. So you know what? Send me over here. And then we're going to wear the Shiny Scale Mail. It's just vanilla +3. Boo. Okay, so we're going to put on this, and we're going to drop that. Because, yeah, if it had, you know, protection from poison, protection from cold or fire or something like that, it could actually be handy. Especially since we can enchant that for a higher base, which would have been nice. Okay, we're still a little low. We reached our target of 16 for axes, so that's our min swing for this axe over here. We're going to position ourselves there. I don't think we have to use one of our tomahawks. Okay, I hadn't realized he hadn't stepped up completely to me. Does let us use our chop abilities, but still means we can take more damage. Hey, we're fully healed. Okay. So, spiders, of course, can poison us, and we have no R poison. So we're going to step back. Elephants cannot poison us, but man, can they hit fairly hard. I'm not too worried. I'm just going to get down in here. Now, they can also shove you around, which can sometimes cause you to lose your defensive position. I'm actually going to focus on the spider, weirdly enough, because of the R poison. Alright, that's going to be fine. We're back up full. There we go. We did get poison there. It's only a light poison, and again, a lot of times it won't actually tick on us. Spellbook, night poison, fireball, blah, 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 blah. All things we're not going to use. Now, you can play a deep dwarf with some spell casting. But you are limited to schools a little bit, because if you go here and look, you can see we have a lot of negative aptitude for certain skills, for certain schools. We're really good at earth magic, and we're pretty good at necromancy and translocation. And a -1 doesn't stop you from doing some of that, but you're probably not going to go very high. Like, it's going to be okay for some, you know, some sort of casual stuff. We're slightly hungry, but I'm not going to eat a ration right now, because I'm going to assume we're going to find corpses to butcher, like that. Lair's pretty good for that. More paralysis. No, I'm remembering, I think hydras are fairly magic resistant. Okay, well, we're not going down to Spider Lair right now. That's a for sure. Are you guys going to throw fire at me? No? Okay. So we're just going to stand here and slash at things. Okay, I'm going to drag all these guys up here. Okay, or 2. Either way, that's fine. I was feeling fairly safe about tackling this. Since we're on the stairs, in general, everything's okay. Alright, do I want to poke down the other stairs? You know what? I will. Just because it'll give us a little bit more layout information. And again, the advantage... So, the disadvantage of doing this is that you're sort of going in blind. The advantage is you're starting on a stair tile, which means that even if it's a fairly dangerous fight, you can usually just disappear up the stairs and be okay. That's a lot of elephants! I mean, I think we're fine. I can't believe we have a -1 fighting aptitude. Okay. Totally fine. Nothing to worry about. We got a lot of rations, wow. Alright, 6-headed Hydra. So, I mean, that's starting to be a lot of heads. But we should be okay. I could consider... Let's just double check. If we tried paralysis, 20% chance is pretty low. I think, just for safety, I'm going to use a charge of the Wand of Acid. There we go, which even corrupted you and everything. Weakens you. We're going to be okay. You regen fairly quickly, and then we're starting to get hit. Each one of those heads can hit you for a fair amount of damage. There you go. Level up, feel a little bit better. Get the axe back on. Blink Frog. Not worried about you. Got to be really careful not to just hold down tab over here, because mid-fight, a Hydra could show up, and then you could just, like, cut off a bunch of heads, and all of a sudden you've got, like, a 12-headed Hydra to deal with, and that would be poor. I mean, I suppose in general you shouldn't just hold down tab, but usually it doesn't make much of a difference. Okay, this guy's being really annoying. Thank you for dying, finally. Leather armor, we're not interested in. Glaive, I mean, reach weapons are cool, but we're not going with that approach in this game. Spiny Frog over here. Back to full health. Single Black Bear, we're just going to let you come to us rather than us wander into a big open area where horrible things might happen to us. More unidentified potions. I held down tab a little bit there, which, again, could be very bad. We're still going up in armor. I don't know if we're missing as is, but we're not wearing very heavy armor, and we will be later, so I'm okay with continuing to train that up. I think we'd be totally okay with hitting, like, level 27 fighting and armor. Shield doesn't necessarily need it as much, because mostly you just train shields to get rid of, like, the delay into hit penalty from wearing the shield. But if you're wearing heavy armor, the more armor skill you have, the more AC you're going to get out of it. Plus, with heavy armor, you can never totally get rid of the encumbrance penalty, so getting rid of as much of it as possible seems like a good idea. And yeah, with invocations, training it does give us a little bit more mana, which gives us a little bit more ability to heal. But mostly, I'm just going to train it to the point where I can reliably use the greater one. I mean, assuming I ever charge up enough. Did the rest of them not come to me? Are they having problems navigating through the water? Tell you what, we'll just... Seriously, though. You can get around. They might just be confused. I'm just going to go somewhere else for now. Check out this forested area. Can we go through here? Swamp worm. I don't remember if they throw stuff at you. Harpoon shot. Okay. Yep. Oh, which yanks you forward. Oh, interesting. Okay. Bog body. Yeah, I don't really know the swamp creatures. You can throw cold, you can slow us, although we're very resistant to us. Hit up to 25 and touch for up to 4 damage to deal up to 18 extra cold damage, if any damage is dealt. So I guess what we could do is we could put on our ring. Put on our ring protection from cold. Say replacing the RF one. I want to keep slaying on for now. Boom. What the hell is down there? Oh, it's just a little bit of fog stuff. There you go. Stairway into the swamp. I think we're just going to run up and do this. I don't have Aralek, which makes me a little less happy about dealing with the eels. Although, at this point, we're kind of past the threat of eels, really. Okay, we're going to put on the Ring of Strength again. It's really what I'm treating that as opposed to the Resistance Ring. There you go. You found your way out of the water. And I think you will as well now. There you go. Congratulations. See, it wasn't that hard. Auto Explorer. Some more. Water Moccasin. Die. Partially explored. Can't reach some stuff. Okay. That's layer 4. Let's peek down to layer 5. We'll wait here for the crocodile. Whack, whack. Okay, we'll keep doing some stair peeking here. Okay, we'll get the gold soon. That's okay. And we'll check another stairwell way down over there. Mostly just stand on the stairs and whack at these guys with the cold thing. So the bonus cold, I don't think will do anything with the polar bear, but he's still going to get, you know, normal axed. And that's okay. What is this thing? An artifact spear. Do we have a scroll of ID? We'll ID it. If it turns out to be insane. +9 spear with piercing. I actually don't know what piercing does. Inflict. Oh, piercing is the Vorpal. brand. The thing is, Vorpal does bonus percentage damage, and this is a really low base damage spear at 6. I don't think it's worth doing any sort of big swap overs to start using this. And I ID those because sometimes they can have, I think they can have things like drain or something on them, and then unequipping them becomes kind of annoying. It might be over paranoid, but I'm pretty sure that's true. And it would suck to get drained like 2 levels of all my skills for a while here. We're in a fairly dangerous area. We need our skills. Okay. I'm really worried I'll run into a Hydra and forget to swap weapons. I think we can just take these yaks as is. I mean, there's a lot of them, but because we're using the axe and we've got cleave, yeah. See, we ended that at full health, thanks to Marvin. Okay, there's a Hydra. Only 4-headed. Pretty easy. Swap weapons. Whack, 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 whack. Swap back to the axe. Kill the Komodo. Easy peasy. As long as they only said 4-headed Hydras to me, I will be very pleased. Okay, done exploring. Peek some stairs. So that was layer 5. So now we're hitting the final layer. Layer 6. Done. Really don't need the food, so I'm just going to leave that corpse there for now. That is a 7-headed Hydra, which is quite a bit more dangerous. I'm going to pull it upstairs by itself. And boom. Okay. I think we can probably go down the stairs and just whack at all these things with the axe. Feel pretty confident about this. And, that's interesting. Why is that staircase listed as star? Did we somehow never find the 3rd staircase down? I mean, I know it said there was an area we couldn't explore. Oh! What is this? Shoot, we got another one of those. Now, if we do get petrified, we can run back down. So far, so good. And there's no way for me to really prevent that. I think magic resistance might prevent it. And we don't have a ton of it. We've got a few barriers around. I'm going to just go... I'm going to get 2 demons. I'm going to sidestep over here so the demons can get involved. I mean, as long as I can get into melee with this guy, it's fine. But there's always that chance... There we go, he's dead. Okay. He's probably over paranoid, but... And, you know, it does cost me a little piety and a little bit of health to do it, technically, but... Worth it. Okay, that was interesting. I didn't realize there was a little a disconnected side area. I mean, my dwarven ability had probably poked that and could have spotted it, but yeah. Let's use an identify scroll. How do I... Oh. Read on the dented soapstone amulet. Amulet of regeneration, which does nothing for us, unfortunately, because we can't regenerate. Still looking for an amulet we can wear. Yes, you can drop it. More invocation, so just checking here. 32% hostile, so yeah, using the greater one is still not viable. What is this? How is this auto-identified? I don't know. Plus 15 Maxwell's patent armor? Can't cast spells, can't teleport. Gives you R-elect, MR. So, I mean, not being able to teleport really removes a giant escape button. Base armor rating is 10. So, I mean, I guess it's plate armor type of thing. And orthodox materials left it with certain shortcomings, but he's yet to to have anyone come back for a refund. Prevent spellcasting. Now, I don't think that's going to affect invocations or evocations. I think we have to wear this. Now, I might want to keep the Snail Mail on me. Look at that, 34 AC. And yeah, we can still do this. 34 AC, that's a lot of AC. And some magic resistance, finally. We still don't have resistance to poison. Yeah, we haven't found anything with that trait yet. I'm just going to sit here and wait. Boom, 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 boom. Not doing as much waiting anymore, just because we had, like, found more of the open area. So I was less worried about being overswarmed. Although, turns out we've gotten quite a bit of stuff over here. So let's go ahead and pull back to here. Just to avoid having too many things join the fight. Single elephant. Okay, no hydras. Still worried about accidentally axing a hydra a bunch of times. Getting good XP over here. Now, the spell book we'll never use. Summon Lightning Fire, so good. Yaks, okay, which did bellow and make noise to draw things. I'm just going to sort of pull back. Oh, we've got a Death Yak in there as well. Death Yak's only ranked as yellow right now, which is nice. A lot of times when you run into them, they're ranked as red. Now we still have another one of those. Again, I'm going to get an emergency demon or two. He's hitting me again. So, I don't know. Maybe as long as you get out of it right away, it's not too bad. Okay, that's fine. Bacon strips. Kill you. Kill a ton of yaks. And this armor is sick. Now, at one point, we did find a large shield, right? Which I didn't equip. Since we're getting quite high up in our shield skill, swapping to it would not be so painful. Glowing plate armor. There's a lot of treasure here. Oh, right. 'Cause of course, we're at the bottom of the lair, so there's going to be this sort of fort. I'm going to go and get 3 demons to help finish this fort. I actually don't know what kind of threats we have to worry about in here. Shadowy forms rise from deep at the Merfolk Avatar's song. I have a feeling we want to take out the Merfolk Avatar as quickly as possible. Especially since she summoned stuff. I had to get rid of the elephant first. Okay, you're done, so all your summons are gone. Okay, no target in view. Spellbooks, wands, potions, gold, artifact amulet. Hello. Oh, are we seriously full? Well, we can drop the scroll of noise. Okay. Whoa. Okay, well, I can swing once. Now I gotta switch. I'm going to focus on the Hydra. Wait, what is this thing? A sea snake. Alright. I mean, I think we're still fine. In particular, if we can kill the Hydra, thank you, I can switch back to my axe. I'm fairly heavily poisoned. I don't think... you know, I might want to cure it. Okay, we reached our invocation target of 10. And yeah, you can see that's seriously not even close to being sufficient. So we're going to set a new invocation target of like 15. When we want to drop the big... Yeah, I'm going to quaff a curing. Boom. When we want to drop the big demon, it's going to be very imperative that it doesn't come in hostile. Plus, again, we do get a little bit more magic from training, like mana points from training invocations up. And we want to make sure we have some to spare for the self-heal. Rune Trident. Okay, so... No, I don't have an identify. I do have a remove curse if the amulet turns into something super dangerous. I may do something where I put it on blind. Ooh, Dire Elephant. Okay. Hopefully the only one. Moving here just in case you're not alone. I mean, I could use some, wand on you or something, but I don't think we have to. Man, if we get a better weapon, we're going to be a death machine. Okay, we got some slimes. Now, we are corrosion resistance as is, which is good. I'm not going to the slime pit now. 82. That is a lot of damage. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put an exclusion on this door. I don't want to accidentally go through it. We can leave you be for now. There's no reason for us to go and tackle with you. I mean, I'm sure we could take you on, but we'd probably take some damage. And again, we don't passively heal damage, so why bother? Okay, that's the end of the lair. So the next thing you would do is probably go into Orc. Alternatively, we could go a little deeper in the dungeon. This is a risk, but I'm going to put on this artifact amulet. Wow. It's not cursed, so I don't have to use a scroll. It's inaccuracy and intelligence. Like, crap. Like, inaccuracy's bad. Intelligence really does nothing for us. That's really frustrating. What's a guy gotta do to find an amulet here? What is the amulet of the Acrobat? Can I... Allows the user to tumble and roll to evade the blows of their enemies, but only while moving and waiting. While taking other actions, the amulet conveys no benefits. So presumably gives you a big boost to like your EV or something while you're moving or waiting. So not mid-attacks. I don't think that's something that we're going to care to buy. We could buy the Amulet of Harm as a way to just identify it, but it doesn't seem worthwhile. So, tell you what, let's go to a... let's go back to the regular dungeon and poke down one floor. So I didn't actually go to the deepest level. Okay, done exploring. Right, these guys. We poked a little bit on D13, and why didn't you follow me up? Okay, well, I suspect we can probably clear it. We might actually be able to clear down to D15. That might be a little bit more risk than I'm willing to take. Single slime, can we kill it before it forms up? Yes, we can. I'm going to focus on killing these guys. Getting smitten by the priest would be slightly annoying. So slimes merge up and become more powerful. So it's important to kill them individually. Can I kill you before you merge up? Okay, you're still fine. Fighting slimes in hallways is generally bad because it encourages them to form up. Fighting slimes in large open areas makes them not form up as much, and they tend to resplit as well. An acid dragon, that's a fairly squishy type of dragon. And we've got corrosion resistance. Okay, that's going to be good. Well, I guess what we'll do is we'll put a cut in here. We're at least going to clear, I assume, D13 unless we run into something really weird. And we might cautiously work our way down all the way to D15. And then go into Orc at that point. I mean, with all of our armor, we are really not going to fear a lot of the physical orcs. We have some magic resistance. We don't have a crazy amount, but we have enough that we shouldn't have to worry about too many confusions and whatnot. We have to remember we can't teleport, which is very dangerous. And we're still hoping for some branded boots and, you know, cloaks and whatnot. Okay. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, folks. Bye-bye.